So parents of 10 kids in 10 years back, we talked last time about why we had so many kids. Now we want to talk about a few other questions that people have been asking. So one of them is, how do you afford 10 kids?
For sure, you on government assistance.
No, we're not on government assistance. We afford 10 kids. One of the ways is we don't spend a lot of money on things.
We're very frugal. We both grew up like thrifting, and so we both thankfully had the same kind of mindset when it came to money and how to budget, and so thankfully that was not a hurdle that we had to overcome. Yeah,
we're actually really lucky because Cassandra's able to stay at home. I am a mechanical engineer. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in mechanical engineering. I do product design. I'm actually started my own basically one-person firm 5 or 6 years ago and do product design for various clients, and actually have some stuff I sell on Amazon. And so we're not rich.
No,
but we're okay.
Not. But we're definitely okay. And I have my education in elementary education, so even if I were to go back to work, for a lot of the years, my income would not have covered daycare.
Yeah.
So it was not.
It wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense for me to work. But thankfully Jacob's always been able to provide for our family.
Yeah. So one of the ways, so we actually drive a 12-passenger Ford Transit, which fits everyone but no extras.
Yeah.
That we got for $20,000 a year old, which is really inexpensive, I think.
Yeah, it's really great.
We managed to do that. So that's how we do it. We don't spend a ton of money. We don't buy nice clothes.
We thrift a lot, and our kids enjoy that.
This couch right here was given to us by friends.
Because they were getting rid of it. They're like, do you want this? And we're like, sure. Yeah. That sounds great.
Our house isn't as upkept as it would be if we had a lot of money, but we're doing okay. And the kids are happy. And
yeah, because our house isn't upkept because we put the kids first. But that's going to change this summer, so we're really excited about that.
We're going to redo our house is the plan.
Why did you do this? As if it's not going to happen? It's happening. It's happening.
It's just expensive.
It is. It is. So, but we've been saving up. It's okay.
We have. We'll be okay.
We're going
to... Okay, so next one.
Now you see how we work through money.
People ask if our kids are homeschooled.
I think mostly just because we have a big family, and a lot of large families homeschool. And I could, because I have...
She'd be good.
My background is in elementary education. I totally could do that, but it was very apparent with Steven, our oldest, that he needed somebody else. He needed me to be mom and somebody else to be a teacher.
And he needed people to interact with.
He needed older.
I grew up pretty socially awkward as it was, without being homeschooled, and I'm still socially awkward. Obviously, but we needed our kids to be able to develop some social skills they wouldn't have developed by only having us.
Well, but like homeschooling doesn't mean that you're not with other groups, and like homeschool has such great options now.
It would have meant for us.
It's really, anyway, really it was my decision, because I knew that for me and for my children, we needed separate times, and I needed to just be mom and not mom and teacher. Yeah. And the kids needed other adults in their life to kind of fill that role for them.
Yeah. So we send them to public school, and now we've got a high school kid and a bunch of elementary school kids and a few junior high school kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. So we covered this mostly in the last video, but people ask if we believe in birth control, and every one of our kids, with sort of the exception of the second of both twins that weren't really planned, they just kind of came.
They were spontaneous, yeah.
All of our kids were planned. We believe in, we talked last time about how we believe in God helping us decide when to have kids, and so birth control was part of that. It was making sure that we didn't overexert your body more than
and my mental, like there were some times where, I guess we didn't say this last time, but I knew that we were going to have a couple more kids, and I said, okay, I need at least a good 18 months before, they need to be 18 months apart. I need some time. And so we took that time, and that was, so for sure we believe in birth control and that has been part of our family planning.
Yep.
Because our family was planned.
And if you just heard that's a helicopter, apparently we live close to an airport, sort of, but not really.
Not really.
But I think it was a helicopter. I'm pretty sure. Last one. People ask why we do social media. Like, why do you do social media? Why do you put your kids on social media? And I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary too. But when we first started doing social media, so I actually first started with my dad joke channel, Inventing Dad Jokes. So I was doing that for a few months, and we actually saw some people with big families doing videos, and I saw one of the kids just saying how old they were that had 27 million views from a family. I don't even remember which family it was, to be honest. And I was like, we could do that. Easy to line our kids up and ask them how old they are. So,
but before that, I felt prompted from God to have a family.
Yeah, so we
to have a public family account.
Yeah, so we've been doing
that.
10 Kids in 10 Years since a little before Peter was born.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been writing on that
daily
for
posts.
years.
I never did any reels, but
yeah, we hadn't done reels, but we're doing posts. But then I saw the video and I'm like, we could do that. So we started doing it, and
it blew up.
as you may know, there are a lot of people on social media that are not very nice. So we would go through at the beginning and we'd read comments and we would feel awful.
Yeah.
Like we were doing things wrong, like we were terrible parents, because we had so many people telling us we were doing things wrong and we were terrible parents. And Cassandra came, I don't know, 1,000 times, not really that many, but said, do we have to do this? And I was like, I don't know. So we would pray,
Yeah.
and you'd get blessings, and we'd feel every time like it was God saying, hey, you should do this.
I need you to be a light. I need you. I gave it. I don't know that it was ever said, but it was like the feeling was like, I gave you this family for a reason. I need you to do this and to be a light to other people. I need you to share your light. And it was really nice as far as comments go. In one of the blessings, it said, I just need you to share your light. You let other people do with it. Like it's not your job to police the comments. That's not your job. Your job is to just show your light, show your kindness, show your family's love, and let it fall where it may.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of negative comments, but we've had a lot of really, really
Yeah.
kind people. So thank you to the kind people who have messaged us, commented, sent. I mean, I don't think without that we could have handled it without the really kind stuff. But fortunately, after several months, we don't look at all the comments anymore. We don't look at a lot of the comments now, and now we don't internalize it. Now I'm sad that people are so hurt that they feel like they need to comment this stuff, but it doesn't reflect.
It reflects
in our hearts.
them.
Yeah, it doesn't reflect on us. We don't feel like, oh, we're terrible people. We feel sad for the people that
there's something going on in their life that
must be really hard.
hard for them to
Lash
say
out at
such
us.
a thing for us that they don't even know.
Yeah. So why do we do social media? We do social media so people can see that it's okay. Life is okay. It's okay to have kids. It's okay when things aren't perfect.
Yeah.
We don't try to sugarcoat, make our life look so grand and great. We just show what it is, and sometimes it's really hard, and sometimes it's really great, and a lot of times it's just meh. It just is.
It's just life, yeah.
But we're happy, even with the hard times, even with the mental health issues we have and everything. We are grateful for our life. Well, I'm grateful for mine. I assume you are.
Yeah.
Grateful for ours. So that's why we post, to be able to show the world that things are okay, that you can have a family and things can be hard sometimes, and it's okay, and life can still be good even though it's hard.
Yeah.
And the last one, people think that we force our kids to be in social media. It's honestly really scary to have your kids on social media. Have people know who they are. We go to the store and things, and people will know what our kids' names are.
Yeah.
Our oldest son went to junior high yearbook signing yesterday, and he said he had like 20 people who he didn't know come and ask to have him sign their yearbook because he was Stephen from 10 Kids in 10 Years. And so it's scary, but we have we have talked to the kids a lot, especially Steven.
Especially the older kids.
It's hard because Steven has a demeanor on social media, especially him, that
Very
looks
dry.
He's got humor like me, which is
Very
really dry.
humor, yeah.
And so people think he's upset or cranky or doesn't want anything to do with us. And we've talked to him, I mean, probably to the point of driving him crazy
Yeah.
with, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Let us know if you don't want to. We had one of our kids once, we were doing a video and he was angry with one of his siblings. And I went up just a few weeks ago, and he was really, really not happy. And I said, hey, we're gonna do a video. Do you want to be in it? He said, yeah, of course. And got up. I was like, I was all prepared to not have him be in the video if
Yeah.
he didn't want to be.
And that's what would happen is they just wouldn't. If they choose to not be in it,
Then they won't be in it.
So there's some that like I'll be like, okay, I want to do a dancing video. Who wants to be in it with me?
I don't,
And
and
those-
Steven for sure doesn't.
And so those who want to be in it do it with me, and those who don't.
Yeah.
And that's
And it's been a blessing because we've been able to do things that we wouldn't have been able to feel like we could afford because of getting extra money from social media. And I think
because normally we're very frugal, and
Yeah.
so this has been a good like mental like, nope, we're doing this as a family, so then we can have fun as a family. And
doing activities and vacation things and
redoing
stuff
the
that we bought.
house
And redoing
as
the
a
house as a
family.
family because she wants to and I want it to be done, but I don't want to do it.
He doesn't
But yeah.
have money.
So our kids are not forced.
No,
They
oh, yeah.
are able to not do it, but they all seem happy to do it, and
It's
if
interesting.
they don't, they won't.
It's interesting the personalities. Like some of the kids really like the attention that they get at school, and others are like, "Please go away from me." Like they're like, "This kid keeps coming and asking me, like telling me he likes my videos," and I'm just like, "Great,
Yeah.
what do you want from me?"
So we get. Christopher will come home and say, people will come up and be like, why doesn't Steven talk to me when I try to talk to him about your videos? And it's like, Steven doesn't like the attention. Christopher does.
Yeah.
But Steven I think he actually likes we do more videos with him. I think he actually likes making the videos.
Yeah.
I don't think he loves the attention.
No,
but
it's because
he's
it's like
okay
the
with it.
creative. He's a creative person, and so he likes like helping to create the videos and stuff like that. And
Yeah, and
that's-
I mean, we did a video about a lot of people were doing the hashtag Free Steven months ago, and so we did a Free Steven video, and he was coming up with ideas for it,
yeah,
and
that's all.
doing funny things, and he's like, oh, what if I did this? What if I did that? I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so it's funny when people are like, he hates this. I'm like, he was coming up with what we did for it. And these were his ideas. He was all into this. But just the different kids have different. I mean, you see what's on the camera, and when there's a camera out, you're gonna act different. The kids are gonna act different, whether they are intending to or not. They're gonna be different. They're gonna be a lot of times weirder.
Well, but also like they're still themselves. So like we're not like you have to like tell them that like I don't want them to act in front of the camera.
Oh,
And so like sometimes if they're grumpy, they were just grumpy because I made them turn off the TV.
or
Or
because
they had to clean up.
or because their brother had bugged them, or
Yeah,
whatever reason
like,
they're normally grumpy.
if they're grumpy, and that's just who they are. But like also we love to have the videos as like a keepsake for our family.
Oh, and the kids
that's-
love watching them.
Yeah, they love
love
watching back and
Hey, can we go see this one again? Can we see?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's great. And a lot of people talk about, they're like, oh, that was obviously scripted. And I'm like, some of the videos we do are scripted where it's things that they have to remember. Sometimes the things they have to remember are what is their full name, or
who were they named
who
after?
were they named after. But a lot of this, like, what are you scared of, or do you believe in ghosts or things? Almost all of those are just whatever they say at the time.
That's what that is what it is, and then we're gone. I think at first we were like, oh, we need to make it look a certain way, but then we learned very like, nope, this is what it is.
Let's just show them what they are. I mean, the one where we asked how many kids they wanted, Peter said he wanted 98. Did we tell him to say that? No. Did we try to record that several times, but it didn't pan out for one reason or another? Yes. And did he say 98 every time? No. Sometimes he said 14 to 12, and weird things like that. And we're like, all right, whatever he
That's
says.
it.
So there's a few times we have to edit a little bit of weirdness out, but that's part of the benefit of being on social media is we get to control the narrative of what we share.
Yep.
So,
Anyway,
thanks for joining us, and if you have any other questions, we'll
Yes.
probably do another one of these
please
videos.
comment.
Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe is that's what they say, right?
It is.
I don't know.
But if you do have a comment, or if you do have a question, put it in the comments, and we can answer it the next time.
And if you do like and subscribe, you will have 7 days of plenty, or what? If they have those weird things.
Do they? I don't know.
Hopefully, you'll have 7 days of plenty. Hopefully, you'll have it whether you subscribe or not.
Just have a good day.
Thanks for visiting.
Bye.